Lovely, jubbly, just tricked you there. God, look at the signal. That's got to be reviewed, especially on the Perfectdraft Pro. And it's just quite a lot heavier. Especially when Good afternoon, people. Almost good evening. Still good afternoon because of the, it's a bit,
Bit chilly out here.
a bit chilly on the old, Anyway, enough of that. It's a proud moment when you got this. That's another keg, obviously, this one. Currently running in the Perfectdraft Pro. We've upped the ante a little bit to 5 degrees because of the temperature here. As Michelle found out, if we're just trying to sample, so I don't do a cock up when we pour, it's absolutely delivering, isn't it?
Oh, totally.
We did drop it down in the summer, which was absolutely beautiful. For me, it's up for Keg of the Year. I've said it time and time again. We're not going to get into that one at the moment. Anyway, Michelle was fortunate enough, well, we were both fortunate enough to try it on draft from the actual brewery last Friday.
I was a little bit blown away. I really was. It was absolutely fantastic.
Well, I had the Hertog Weizen. I mean, this is 5.8, the Weizen's 5.7, which was different level to the bottles I've had. Obviously, it's the first time either of us have had them on draft. And then she kept saying, taste this. And I'm like, why? I've got the Weizen. I'm laughing. I tasted hers and I thought, shit, I brought the wrong drink.
Yeah.
It's like, I just couldn't. I kept with the Weizen, which I got right into, don't get me wrong. They both prove what a quality brewery this is, and the people have their issues with AB InBev and that, with this and that and so on, but Jesus, when they're delivering like this, they're at the top of their game, aren't they?
Totally, I totally agree with that.
I mean, this is Micha at his finest for us. We learned a lot through doing the brewery tour at the last weekend about the process and how seriously they take everything, and absolutely amazing store, isn't it?
Indeed it is.
Anyway, what we're going to do here, we're going to do a small kind of re-review because it's been a while. Obviously, we reviewed it originally on release date and we're both absolutely like, wow. Got more into it more since, and it done it against other things, which it peed, but...
Well, when we were in the shop, I happened to spot the cans.
Yeah, well, I didn't know the cans existed.
Oh, wow. I didn't know they canned it. So.
Bottles, but Michelle's got an eye when it comes to... Michelle's got an eye when it comes to blonde women.
And I've got an eye when it comes to beer, so yeah, I spotted the cans and I thought to myself, oh wow, okay, I wonder how that compares. And
we did have a few, as a lot of you that are on my social media and in Facebook groups would have seen on Friday, but it is hard to judge, as you know, when you've had a couple already. It's a big ask, isn't it, to stand up to this and to stand up to the draft. The draft, we both thought maybe we were on a hype, but the draft was different level to everything, wasn't it?
That first sip was just, oh wow, yeah, that's a different level.
It was, wasn't it?
It was my first beer of the day as well, and your palate's totally clean, and it was just superb.
Yeah, and then when you had the second, the third, and so on, and it still delivered, didn't it?
Yeah.
My Weizen was getting better, but I kept looking at her and I'm thinking, so I'll swap. And then
maybe I should swap over.
When the waiter was coming around, he's like, oh, same again. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be rude in that. I'm a nice type of guy now. And otherwise, I might think, well, what's wrong with the Weizen beer? The Weizen beer was out of this world. Don't get me wrong. I've got 36 of the bottles here, haven't we? So we're going to be messing around with that and doing some videos. We've quite a lot of Hertog stuff coming up, so if you're into Hertog or you're watching the channel for the first time, do subscribe. There's going to be a lot of this coming along, isn't there?
Yeah. Having been there, it would have been rude not to pick up some, wouldn't it?
Exactly. And obviously Michelle got one of the 2023 Grand Prestige, which the master brewer gave her. Who always gives her a beer and not me? I can't work the fella out.
I do like my gifts. There's a good story that goes with that one as
well. Which Michelle will explain from what Micha said on the review of that, isn't it? And we also got the 4 limited ones, which, Jesus, I'm not going to go on about it because it just spoils it. And This
yeah.
is Grand Pilsner.
We're talking about this one.
Right,
This
I'm going to pour this from the Perfectdraft, and anyone looking for glasses, do check. There's an eBay link in there to an absolutely tremendous seller. Real good packer. Amazing. Right, leave it to me. Are you going to pour that
Yeah,
one?
I can pour the can. That's fine.
I'm not going to do a classic, hence why I'm pouring that bit out earlier. I didn't turn the camera around, so there's not a lot of... Oh, look at that. Oh, trying to match me here. I get it. Nothing personal, people. She's just trying to match me. It's difficult to get a picture with the way that... Oh, yeah, you know what I mean. The way that one's so different to the others. Here we go. Let's get that turned around a little bit. Let's get that turned around and facing the camera. You can't get the staff with Michelle. That's it. That'll do. So, they look pretty similar,
I was
don't
going
they?
to say, visually, these two are looking identical. The colour's exactly the same, carbonation's the same, nice foamy head on both. So,
Yep,
so far.
definitely, yeah. Definitely, we did have 18 of them, but unfortunately, 6 of them didn't quite make it back. Michelle took
a little bit while
Michelle took a shine to them, shall we say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, let's go in for the smell test.
Obviously, they're both 5.7% ABV, and they've both been brewed in exactly the same place. Could have been at the same time. That and that could have been done together, along with the bottles, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I think what's happening here is, because the head's died off in the can a little bit, the bubbles are able to break out to the surface a little bit more. I'm getting a little bit more aroma from the can than what I am from
Yeah, I get that.
draft keg. Predominantly it's fruity. Apricot I'm getting.
You should do like you said earlier, the soft fruits that run through it. Anyone that's tried this keg knows. I don't think I've actually seen anyone really pan it.
No, I don't think
You know,
I have.
there's a reason for that. As I said, when they deliver good. And this was amazing. We never saw this one coming. We didn't know until everyone else did. And you're like, oh, Grand Pilsner? Well, but they've already got a Pilsner. Can't be no different to the other one.
Yeah,
But it
that
was.
Yeah,
Hell,
indeed.
it was. And we will do the can of the standard Pilsner against the Grand Pilsner.
yeah, that would be interesting. Okay,
So,
so
yeah.
which way do you want to go in on these?
Can first,
Okay.
I reckon, don't you? It's an absolute cracker, no matter what way you go around it, isn't it?
You are not losing flavour in this can form. You are not losing a lot of flavour. You've got that lovely, wonderful fruit. I'm almost picking up a little bit of almond in there.
Blimey. Okay, something different.
Yeah.
On to the next one. On to the real gem. But it is an absolute cracker, isn't it? It's crazy that we've got no availability of the cans in or the bottles in the UK, so we can't just try them instead of trying the whole keg if you weren't sure.
Carbonation feels a little bit more lively on the keg, mildly. You're not losing any of the smoothness in the can, which I'm quite pleased
Yeah,
to see.
she can't moan, it's metallic.
Yeah, so sometimes I do pick up on a metallic-y taste from cans. I am not getting that with this at all.
The can's damn close, and the can is an absolutely brilliant representation of the keg. Maybe the keg offers a little bit more, I don't know, I say sometimes it can be in your head, right? But as you drink on through them, like the draft you knew straight away.
Straight away. It
And
was,
like, they run from the line, as you pointed out. The line runs from where they're brewing it to the
straight in,
right above your head,
straight into the restaurant where
straight to the restaurant where you're drinking it. And I said that night that the draft, if it came in order, it's the obvious order it's going to be in it. 1 the draft, 2 this, 3 that. The cans that we drank on the Friday night were great, weren't they? But after drinking that on draft,
yeah,
you kind of knew, didn't you? And I feel with this, we'll offer the same type of thing, but no, never are you going to come anywhere near that draft.
That was next level. It really was. It was perfection in the glass. I'll tell you what, the can is holding its own to the keg quite well.
What I'm finding, and I thought it on the first set, I need to go on that one again. I find the aftertaste of the keg has got more depth to it. When you get your bite, and the only thing I've said with this, for me, it doesn't offer that bang like Hasselrod or Holsten Pils bite, but you get the fruitness again after.
Yeah.
I find the fruit more. Yeah, definitely more fruity at the end. That's slightly more bitter at the end, although that might appeal.
Yeah.
To some people
it
more.
Might do, actually.
I don't know, but I think that offers that bit more, but it's got that more fruitness. You'd struggle with these if you'd had a few and you blind
to tell
tested.
them apart, yeah.
I
wouldn't like to blind test these.
I think you can tell by the end of it
the
more than anything.
The difference is very subtle, though. There is a little bit of difference. I get what you're saying. I find that
And
actually a little bit smoother.
Oh yeah, on your mouth, Bill, they're very similar. If you would switch them round now, you turn your eyes, you got a 50% chance. So you can be like, yeah, I've done it,
Yeah.
and really you haven't got a clue. I've fluked them before, and I always admit things. I got Franzkeiner that I've drank for how many years? I got it wrong with a bottle, so Mr. Frankie, it's not beer.
Sometimes the differences are so subtle that blind testing, you probably wouldn't be able to pick them apart by fluking it. Sometimes there is a big difference.
There's not on this.
Not on this, there isn't.
Again, if you look at the Perfect Draft one, the Perfect Draft one's offering more. The head's remaining more. Well, so that the carbonation of that, even on your mouth now,
there's
it's
a
gone.
little bit more lacing on the glass.
Yeah, which is a sign of a good drink.
Yeah.
You see again the fruit, the malts. There's something he's got right in them malts there.
The
That's
slight
delivering.
almondy taste, I'm getting more from the can than what I am from the keg.
You see, I'm getting much more fruit than anything, but that one.
It's a slight
It's
hint
just
of
I said.
almond that I'm getting in this that I'm not picking up on in this.
As I'm drinking, as I'm trying again and again, the keg's edging further forward than the beginning. If that makes sense, yeah.
It's definitely smoother.
Yeah, it's much smoother now because that's lost its fire. As you see, that's.
Yeah.
But that's out of a can, you know. She could have shook the can, done whatever you want. The cans are going to do what cans are going to do. There's nothing. Take nothing away from that. That is an excellent representation of a keg, of the keg. Because you'd be honest, if you're drinking a can of 330 mil, is it? Yeah, 330 mil beer. You're not going to go blah 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 to YouTube for 12 bloody minutes. You're going to have drunk that, and you wouldn't get what we're getting here now because we're taking the time and we're talking about it. It is losing its way, and I feel the more you drink of it, the more you're siding to that, which is just an honest opinion. At the start, it was really hard to choose, wasn't it?
It was. Sometimes, like I've said, the can can be really different from the keg.
Club.
In this instance,
Original club. Let's not talk about the new one. Get in trouble.
This is very close.
Yeah, I know, but the more you're drinking through it, the more it's distancing. In my opinion, anyway, you might have something totally different to say. I can tell a noticeable difference now. One you pointed out, it's more smooth.
Yeah,
that is definitely more bitter at the end, and you're definitely getting, as I say, more fruit that end than that end.
Yeah.
On the aftertaste, you see that that's just lost its way. You can give it a little bit, so it's not so bad. There's still life there, but
a can for me is often the worst representation of a particular beer.
it's damn
But
good.
I think that they have done very well with holding and retaining all the flavours in this particular can. It holds up well.
And then in Holland, you're paying €1 something. Come on. Well, you're getting mugged off in England. We can't even get it. When we first spoke to Micha, he was absolutely amazed that we haven't got the availability of his beers. And I haven't got one I can show to you. Yeah. This is another one. We can't get it over here. We've done a review of that, which will probably come out before this one. I can't see because of the light. And then you go to my favourite, didn't you? Your Weizenbock. Weizener, sorry. run the wrong way round, and I'm having the time of my life here, aren't I? Obviously the lights affected. We got some box as well, which we'll do another review of. As I say, unfortunately, as we'd already said prior to that a lot of you know that it wasn't coming out on the Perfect Draft this year. Next year there's a good chance, as they said, isn't there?
Yeah, it's just
the Weizen, as you were told from the head brewer, with the
it's something to do with the double fermentation that is causing a little bit of problem with putting it on keg.
It's tricky, but never say never, because you never know with them. They could be telling us that, and the next thing you know,
these guys are so clever. If they can find a way around that, they will. And
you will see the Weizen, but you never know. You may well not see it, so let's not go there.
We
right.
can only hope.
I think we've done enough here, didn't you? I've got to say the keg swings it. If I was reviewing that now, I'd give that a strong 8 out of 10.
Yeah,
at least. That could well be the keg of the year. I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a video on my own, aren't I? First, I'm going to do about all the kegs that have been released this year, because it's been an excellent year for us Perfect Draft owners, let's be honest.
It really has.
It's been fantastic.
Phenomenal.
I think we've had 18 new kegs, and I can't get out of damn whether there's anything else coming, so I'm trying to hold him back on that just in case. And then I'll do a different keg of the year video, which you may well do your own one as well, won't it?
Possibly.
Because they're always interested, you know, the connoisseur here and the dopey one.
No, I don't think so.
I see more people.
It's like that.
No, funny enough, more people watch my one than yours.
Yeah, exactly. So there we go.
They trust me sometimes. They even wanted to give her a job at Hertog. So,
if only I could speak the lingo, I'll be over there, I'm sure.
Wow, what about me?
You'd have to move out there with me, wouldn't you?
Get out of here, I'm not leaving my dogs. Right. Right, what can I say? Sorry we dragged on a bit long, but things like this do excite us, as I say, and there's a lot coming, a lot of mixing matches and ones like this and so on, and anything you want us to do that we've got here, let us know, we'll give it a go.
Thanks.
Bonjour.